Hello everyone and welcome back to a new Prehistoric Kingdom video where we're going to be going over September's dev diary, which is largely focused around the terrariums and how they will work. So without further ado, let's get into it. In September, the team found themselves working on two updates at once, the Update 15 support patch and Update 16. This was an interesting act to juggle since a few of us had to continually jump back and forth throughout the month depending on what other team members needed. While this did lead to the support patch taking a bit longer to cook, the good news is that we're already making steady progress on Update 16. Once 15.1 goes out, it'll be our sole focus for the next few months. Update 15.1 will be coming to the public test branch this Thursday on the 2nd of October. If there are no major issues with the build, we'll be releasing it to the main branch on Steam and Epic as soon as possible. The headlining feature for this update is the long-awaited head IK or look target system, allowing animals to finally look at each other while roaming, resting or idling. To work across all our animals in seamless growth, this has been a massive engineering project requiring months of iteration. We will continue to improve this feature as time goes on, but it certainly makes the animals feel more lively seeing them glance at one another. Next up, we've managed to sneak in grazing animations for most of the herbivores in the game. Like other idle fidgets, these animations have a chance to play when the animals come to a stop or are simply standing around. Finally, the threatened behaviours seen during nesting now have been made into a regular AI state. This means that as animals encounter potential threats, they'll try to roar at them, scare them off, or run away if they've been threatened themselves. This is an area of the game that we're looking forward to expanding once we get into combat in Update 17. Vivarium species will be found in the animal nursery alongside the rest of the roster. Here, players can filter specifically for vivarium animals, or even make use of the customization tools to override their variation and random mutations. There's also a handy drop-down menu you can use to see how many animals will fit into a certain vivarium size. Once created, they'll have to be dropped into their habitat from the animal holder. Keepers will need to stock and clean their vivarium by interacting with the hatch in the back. Currently there are 4 different vivarium sizes to choose from: box 4x4x4, small 4x8x4, medium 8x12x6, large 12x16x8. Each of these can be configured to use an amphibious, arboreal or terrestrial layout, meaning there are 12 total modules to pick from. They work just like the feeders, so if you don't currently have an animal inside, you can change the configuration to something else. And here you can see just that. So the amphibious one's in the back with a large pool of water, terrestrial in the center there with a few burrows, and arboreal with several trees placed around the habitat. Players can quickly change the front, sides and roof of the vivarium through their modular widget. There are options to use glass, mesh, facades, cladding, half cladding and even a null setting for those who want to go totally custom or sink it into the ground. If you want even more customization, you can also edit all sides independently by enabling a toggle in the menu. As for things like the terrain textures, cladding and facades, those will change depending on what environment you set the vivarium to: arid, forest or rainforest. We'll talk about this in more detail once the art is ready for a future dev diary. So we can see our arid wall cladding there, and then we have our rainforest wall cladding, and yeah, the rainforest is going to be a really cool one to work with. When setting out to create vivariums, we knew that we had to evolve the movement system previously seen in our mini aviary. It relied entirely on a long pre-made animation loop, which made it difficult to transfer to new species or to simply make more animals move at the same time. For the new system, we're essentially building a network of points that the animals can randomly move between. They're able to take diverging paths, backtrack, and play a variety of adorable fidgets when they stop at a destination. How long they walk for is also random. There's quite a lot we need to do before the locomotion is polished, but hopefully you can see the potential of this new system. We'll be aiming to reduce sliding as much as possible and dynamically bend the neck and tails as they turn. For something more active like the Microraptor, we can determine what paths should make them walk, glide or climb. All that information can instantly be reused by something like the Archaeopteryx or Yi-Chi as long as they have the required animations. It's a much easier solution for us to work with and means we can have more animals moving around at once, add or remove paths depending on what enrichment is enabled, develop vivarium species faster by sharing spline paths. We are incredibly excited to keep working on this system and use it to its full potential. It'll only look better and better as we go. In a future dev diary, we'll be exploring some of the enrichment and interior customization options coming to Vivariums in Update 16. Since the last blog post, we've decided to move Staff Progression 2.0 into Update 17. While this will not only ease some of the short-term development workload, there are other changes and improvements we'd like to make to the experience surrounding staff and logistics as a whole. Some notable examples include adding break rooms and new management views to see the park resource usage and where various staff members are located throughout the park. We can also see the amphibious enrichment sketch here, where we can see a few swamp trees that have been created, some underwater logs, lily pads, and also heat lamps where these animals will be able to bask out in the open. But that is all for this dev diary, mostly focused on the terrarium, so not too much other information, but we will be getting our hands on the look targets update in the public test branch in just a couple of days' time. So let me know your thoughts on this dev diary in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next one in October.